let's talk about Lamont Roach real quick. Lamont Roach, 130 pounder. He was pulled up in weight to 135 pounds to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And what many before the fight took place believed that would be a shutout. People believed Tank was going to spark him, knock him out. I was one of those people too. I was a non-believer. I had Tank knocking out Lamont Roach. I don't remember exactly what round. Y'all can go check out the prediction video I made for this fight. But nobody thought this would happen. But as far as me, right before they fought, if you go back and look at some of my videos on them, on Lamont Roach, I did say that, there's a possibility that this could go wrong for Tank, and that, Lamont Roach looked a little too confident. Like he just did, the same way Tank wasn't able to get into his head like he was when you saw him against Ryan and against definitely Frank Martin. He wasn't able to do that. Tank's energy was even different during those press conferences against Lamont Roach versus these other guys. So that was telling. But the fight, Lamont Roach did really well. Even it looked like Tank, like he knocked Tank down. It's argued, people could debate rather it was he had hairspray in his eye and he took a knee and he went over to the corner and got his eyes wiped out. And I believe that's illegal too in boxing. I don't think he was supposed to go there into his corner without the ref stopping the fight. I don't think he was supposed to do that. I think that was supposed to be an automatic disqualification if I'm not mistaken. But Lamont Roach, he rocked Tank a couple of times in that fight. Even looked like he may have hurt Tank. Lamont Roach, I didn't see him physically hurt in that fight against Tank. And according to Lamont Roach, he's like, okay, this is Tank's power. Okay, he got it, yeah, because he sparred Tank before, but in this fight, the real fight, he just like, okay, well, shit, that's all he got. It's kind of like when Bud fought Errol Spence, when he took one of Errol's best shots, and he's like, well, that's it. Or he's like, I know I got him now. It was like one of those things. So Tank Davis got in Tank. They fought to a draw. They were supposed to get a rematch going. It was always something. Tank ended up getting arrested for domestic violence, which the case has been dropped. Lamont Roach been waiting around. I think they fought in March. This is August, right? So Tank, all charges dropped in that DV case, and first I'm hearing that the rematch is back on. Then I'm hearing they might not be fighting. Lamont Roach is not even sure what's going on with that rematch. So my question is, should Lamont Roach move on? Which I think he should. If Tank, it's either yes or no. Like he said, either we gonna fight or we not gonna fight. That's it. A lot of people believe Tank and his team don't want to fight Lamont Roach again because they believe if he fights again, he's gonna lose. Tank is gonna get his first loss, and they believe. I think that Lamont Roach may have Gervonta Davis' number, bro. Like, some people just got your number, man. I think there's a strong possibility that Lamont Roach, he might have Tank Davis' number. All right. So if the rematch doesn't happen, what's next for Lamont Roach Jr.? Okay. Now, like I said before, Lamont Roach Jr. is from 130 pounds. He is the current WBA champion down there. Okay. So I'm also hearing that, him and Shakur Stevens is supposed to be fighting. So as that develops, I'll follow that story as well. Because Lamont Roach looks like he's pretty durable at 135. I've never seen him really hurt at all in many of his fights. I can't recall any of his fights I've ever seen him hurt in. He may have, but I've never seen it. He seems to be strong, good chin. And I had made a video, a short, and I said, could he be a problem at 135? And I think potentially, yeah, he probably can. Definitely. He might be cracking harder at 135. So we'll have to see. If he decides to campaign at 135, stay there, then we'll get to see. We'll know everything we need to know about Lamont Roach. But ultimately, he has options. Shakur Stevenson and him might fight at 135. That's a title fight. It would make him a champion if he was to beat Shakur at 135. But down at his weight at 130, Lamont is the WBA champion, so he can fight down there. He can campaign. Why not unify with O'Shaquie Forster? Okay, O'Shaquie got the WBC belt. He can unify with O'Shaquie down at 130. He can unify with Emmanuel Navarrete. He's the WBO champion. Why not? Right? So yeah, he got some smoke down at 130. I think Lamont Roach beats O'Shaquie Forster. That's going to be a good fight though. But I think he beats O'Shaquie Forster though. Emmanuel Navarrete, I don't know. He probably could school him too. Emmanuel Navarrete is an awkward fighter, but he pretty much got one gear. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see Navarrete. But 130, he could definitely fight for some unifications down there, or he could go ahead and move up to 130 and drop that belt if he was to do that, because he's a WBA champion at 130, and Tank is the WBA champion at 135. But I can see him going for a fight with Floyd Schofield. Floyd is ranked number one in the WBA. He could maybe fight Andy Cruz, the person that Keyshawn Davis didn't want no smoke with, in my opinion. Those are two good fights, right? You got in the WBC, like I said, him and Shakur. I'm hearing that might be a thing. We'll have to do some more research on that. You got the Andy Cruzes there, right? Number one at the WBC. The WBO belt is vacant at 135. Abdullah Mason's number one up there. That'd be a nice fight. Abdullah's about to fight for that belt too. He's about to fight Sam Noakes for that WBO belt. All right. So, and then you got IBF. You got Raymond Retaya is the 135-pound champion now. Damn. Okay. So, yeah, the heavier competition for him would be at 135 right now. The more threatening fights for Lamont Roach is at 135. At 130, probably the only real threat to him is maybe Emmanuel Navarrete. That's pretty much it. I think Lamont Roach could beat a lot of these other dudes that's ranked top 5. A nice fight too would be Raymond Ford and Lamont Roach. That's a nice fight. I would love to see that down at 130. But ultimately, I see, realistically speaking, I think since that Tank fight, Lamont Roach, he might feel like his stock has risen. He probably won't even end up going back down to 130. I mean, that's just my opinion. Could be wrong, but I wouldn't be upset if I saw him go back down and wait and campaign down there and try to unify with somebody. But at 135, that's where more of the money fights is at. The Tank, the Floyd Schofields, the Andy Cruzes, the Ray Maritayas, the Shakur Stevensons, the Williams and Peters, the Abdullah Masons. So yeah, he got the stiffer competition up at 135 for sure, and the bigger paychecks is at 135. So if I had to make a prediction, I think it might be a safe bet to assume that Lamont Roach probably is considering campaigning at 135, staying there. Especially after the Tank fight, he probably feels comfortable at that weight. So we'll see how this all goes down, bro. So what y'all think? What's next for Lamont Roach? What should he do next? Should he still wait around for this Tank Davis rematch? I don't think so. I mean, why wait around for him? You know what I'm saying? He'll just have you running around in circles. So you gotta move on. And Lamont Roach even said it himself. He don't want to run around no more. I mean, shit. It's already August. It's mid-August now, right? The whole summer's almost over. He should at least, maybe around June, July, he should have had another fight already. You know what I'm saying? If you want to really get technical, unless he going right back into a camp or something. Maybe April, go into another camp, right? And then June, do maybe a July. He should have probably he could have had another fight under his belt by now. Yeah, right around this time, around July, August, he should have been fighting again. But I like Lamont Roach, man. I like his confidence. But other people, even the Gary Russell Jr. fight, Gary Russell's up at, he just fought at 135. So if 135 is where it's at for Lamont Roach, man. So let's see how this goes down, man. This is definitely something to pay attention to. But anyway, this your guy Rebel Like Boxer. Thanks for watching, listening. Y'all know what it is. Subscribe, hit that like button. I'll catch y'all the next one.